We couldn't have had a better historian than Mr. Harold Morgan. He helped memorialize many of the events that happened during World War II. It was the greatest growth time of Evansville, Indiana. Our museum today is partly a result of Harold's work. It is a backbone of many things that we do at this museum. Harold Morgan's the best, and we're all very grateful to him.
Growing up, my dad was a lot of fun. I can recall memories back as early as age 2, and we had moved to Paducah, where he was working at the atomic plant there. And around age 3 or 4, we moved to Old Eddyville, and it was also during the time that the dam was being flooded to make Land Between the Lakes. We have a picture of us sitting on a hill, my brother and I with our dog, and the main road was covered with water, and it was just a fascinating time. Growing up at the lakes were just beautiful. We had a great life. To describe my dad, he was one of a kind. He was unique. He was driven. He could be funny. He could have you laughing. A lot of times, though, he was just very serious because he was just really studying on everything that he did. My daughter describes him as the most polite man she's ever met in her life. My dad taught me to go after my dreams, to finish what I'm working on. My goal was to work at Mead Johnson, and that's exactly what I did.
I met Harold in 2016. I had just retired from Bristol-Myers, and we went to this event at the Old National Bank building on the top floor where he was the speaker. It was a benefit for the museum at the time, and we sort of bonded immediately because he had all this research and background and history that he had done about Evansville, and I was just starting to get into it. I remember one time when Harold and I met at a library on the west side of Evansville. He came to the meeting with a list of topics that he was interested in, and he wanted to know if I would work with him to write books. And one of the items on the list was women. As a result of the meeting that I had with Harold at the library, I did eventually write a book. In fact, this is the book. It's called Homefront History and How Women and Children Helped Win World War II. And we printed it so that it would look like Harold's books, and they would be together on the library shelves because basically the topics were similar. Later on, we went to all the public high schools in the Evansville area and spoke to the students about Evansville's history. When we talked to the students in the high schools, we discovered not only did they not know a lot about Evansville's history during World War II, but their parents didn't know much either. And I have to admit, I was one of those people that didn't grow up knowing what happened because they weren't teaching it in the schools. And I believe that's one of the legacies that we have with Harold, is bringing this information to the forefront so that we had the information that we could share with people, and that's what we're doing here at the museum. If Harold could see what we've accomplished here at the Evansville Wartime Museum today using his photographs, I think he'd be proud knowing that all the work he put into doing the research came to such good efforts here at the museum, as well as out in the community.
I first met Harold Morgan after he retired from his professional engineering career, and he was embarking upon his career as an author and historian, and particularly writing about Evansville in World War II. It was just great to know such a fine gentleman and to be able to embark upon that journey with him. As a kid, when Harold was growing up, 6-year-old lad here in Evansville, his folks had come here, his dad had come here to work at Republic Aviation. They were here living in a small trailer. So Harold, as a child, saw all these airplanes flying over, and they would go down to the Chrysler tank test track in Evansville to see these tanks running around. So I think that's what really spurred him on, his early experiences and later experiences as an adult, that he wanted to share with the public in the forms of books and public talks about what had happened in Evansville and the tri-state. Well, the war was a terrible thing, but of course Harold understood, I think, what he may have felt as a responsibility to document what had happened. His father's efforts, the efforts of the many thousands of people, men and women across the tri-state that were working in the wartime effort, that he would document this for future generations. I think if people looked at Harold's books, they'd become amazed at the expanse of the wartime experience in Evansville and the tri-state area. I think people would be amazed by what that all involved.
The best way to remember my father, Harold Morgan, is just always remember World War II, what Evansville and the communities went through, what they sacrificed. He wants people to know that it was the best generation, and he wants to spread the word, and so that our younger generations will know how wonderful these people were right here in the community.